What is up, guys? D Black Tay here, bringing you guys another Samurai 8 discussion. And before that, tonight we're gonna go live with a Samurai 8 group discussion. I believe Light's gonna be pulling up. I believe Vash is gonna pull up. You know, it's gonna be a good time. If you guys want to be in the actual discussion, if you have a mic or anything, you know, if you guys want to actually be a part of the discussion, talk, get your points and stuff like that, you know, join the Discord. You know, if you don't really feel comfortable with talking, you know, obviously come through, drop your comments in the YouTube chat, drop your comments on Discord, drop some comments on Twitter, you know, and just be a part of the discussion, because I've been seeing a lot more and more recently. People have been hopping on the Samurai 8 train, and it's just beautiful to see. So come through tonight. It's gonna be a good time. We're gonna start at about 10. That's like 11 if you live in Florida. That's like 8 if you live in like California. Those times over there and whatnot. But before we get into this video, like the video, obviously. Comment, subscribe. You know, if you're a new viewer or you're a returning viewer, you know, make sure you subscribe. And let's get into this video. So today we're going to be talking about the Trinity. And the Trinity is the samurai, the KeyHolder, and the princess, right? We find that out in like chapter 5 when Daruma is explaining everything to Hachimaru about what being a samurai is and how to get stronger and whatnot like that, right? So in the recent chapter from Fudo Myo, he said that he has a threefold body. And in chapter 1, when Hachimaru first becomes a samurai, Daruma tells him that he has been granted the threefold body by Fudo Myo. So you're probably wondering, what is the threefold body? Because like you, I've been wondering that myself. And so Fudo Myo is said to have a threefold body. And so now we're going to talk about what the threefold body is and how it relates to the Trinity of Princess, KeyHolder, and Samurai. And so in order to understand what the threefold is a doctrine for Buddha, right? And it basically says that Buddha has 3 bodies. And one of the bodies is Dharma. Dharmakaya. And I'm going to butcher these words, so I'm sorry. But anyways, so the Dharmakaya is the Buddha nature, law, and order, or truth body, which embodies the very principle of enlightenment and knows no limits or boundaries. So, to me, right, I think, for me, that relates to the actual samurai body and what the samurai are able to do. So, my theory on that is that when we first get Daruma, Hachimaru, let's see, who else? The Ronin samurai. We didn't really get a lot of, you know, body transformations with Ata, but I believe that you get this body, enlightenment, this H particles, right? The H particles that are granted by Fudo Myo serves as, you know, the way for samurai to deconstruct and reorganize their body and whatnot. And as you get stronger, you're able to do more stuff with the H particles, right? So we saw with Daruma, he was able to star break and stuff like that. So that's what I think the Dharma body is. And it says that it's the principle of enlightenment and knows no limits. So the samurai body, it knows no limits, right? You can revive yourself from being just a head. You can get your body completely chopped up, cut up. You can reattach your limbs. You can re-heal yourself essentially from nothing. It's crazy, right? So that's what I believe the Dharmakaya is. It's the body, the actual samurai body, the samurai. So next is the Samhogakaya, and it is the Buddha fields or body of mutual enjoyment, which is a body of bliss or clear light manifestation. So that's just a bunch of terminology, but I think that applies to the princesses, right? And so how I would articulate that for Furo Mio is not even Furo Mio, right? So how I want to put it is that we know that princesses, they're able to purify the samurai soul. So I think that goes to the mutual enjoyment and the body of bliss or clear light manifestation, because when a princess prays, she's able to feel the nature around her. She's able to see the locker ball energies, and when she prays, she gives an increase to her samurai. And we know that the stronger the connection between the samurai and the princess, the stronger their prayer is, and the stronger they are, right? So the samurai soul gets purified. It gets several times stronger. That is what princesses are able to do. So I think that princesses serve as that, like, as the Samhyogakia, right? So how that would relate to the threefold body of Furo Mio is that I think that this is probably one of the abilities that he put away in the locker balls, where you're able to essentially make your atoms or bonds stronger by yourself, like as a samurai, and you don't need a princess or anything. So I think for Furo Mio, he had the H particles, the body being able to deconstruct and rechange his body, right? And he had the Sambyaka, which means he can, like, make his, we don't really know what the samurai soul is, but it for me, right, for Daruma, he said that with the samurai soul you can cut H particles, right? So I think that with that you can make your H particles stronger to be able to cut anything. So maybe when Fudomio first came to the galaxy, you know, he had the H particle body, the actual body, but he didn't have the power to actually make the H particles stronger to be able to, like, give greater. I believe he actually had the power to make the H particles stronger by himself and change their level and give them power and whatnot on a basis for him, right? And so I think something of resemblance could be the H particles that Daruma can use, where he uses the Starbreaker. That could be something similar, where he starts off with a small, very small H particle combination attack, and it just massively expands and gets way bigger and stronger, right? So that could be that. And the last is the Nirmanakaya. It is the Buddha incarnation, emanation, or created body which manifests in time and space. So what that could be is, and what that I think that primarily is creating a body, right? So when you create a body, samurai are able to create their key holders, right? And we first got a resemblance of that in the first chapter when Hachimaru first created Hachimaru. He created and restructured his body. So he was able to do that, and now also we can't forget that Ata, he was also able to create a physical manifestation of his own body. So I think what this aspect of the threefold body could be is the actual process of molding and shaping the things around you, right? So as samurai, you can make and shift your own body in yourself, right? The princess can strengthen the samurai soul, strengthen the H particles, and the key holder allows the samurai to be able to deconstruct and reconstruct the key holder that they have a bond with. Remember, they have to have a bond, a really good, strong connection. All three of them have to have a bond, a really good, strong connection for this all to work, right? So Hachimaru can do with Hayataro. He can make shields, he can make armor, he can make, Hayataro fly. and stuff like that. And we've seen a lot of examples of that. So I think this part of it is basically you being allowed to reconstruct and deconstruct other things in the world. And so that could be another thing that is locked away in one of these locker balls. So Fudomyo has all three of these things within his body. And then he parceled two of them off into the locker balls. I mean, not the locker balls, the boxes, Mandala and Pandora's. And those boxes give you the power to recreate the world or create the world, which means that you could give the world's already created. So which means you would basically be allowed, from this sense that I'm putting out, that you'll be able to grow and actually affect nature and the things around you. Because remember, princesses, they have nature training, right? And so the power to destroy and destroy everything and break everything down is probably in the other box, Mandala, the power to destroy the world, right? So I think the purpose of the Trinity is to train the samurai to be able to use these high level abilities. And if you are a key, you'll be able to gain true access to the threefold body, which were the two techniques that that Fudomyo had. And remember, Fudomyo could fly through the galaxy and create anything, and he was capable of granting any wish. So it would make sense that he's able to have a threefold body, be able to make things stronger, and be able to completely deconstruct things, right? And affect the things around him. So that's what I think the Trinity is. Let me know what you guys think below about the Trinity, about the threefold body, about these the bodies of Buddha and stuff like that. And remember to come out later on tonight. We're gonna be doing this stream. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good time. You know, remember, like the stream. I mean, like the video, comment, and subscribe if you're a frequent viewer of my channel, or you know, this is your first time and you liked anything I had to say. And I'll be seeing you guys tonight. Oh, and don't forget to join the Discord if you want to come through and drop your knowledge. I'll be seeing you guys later. Peace.